Um, then let us quickly look at TrendWave. But before we proceed to TrendWave, I really want to advise, just as I will always advise. For example, you can see here, Jay is online. Who knows what Jay does? Jay has classes where he intentionally gives US 30 straight. For example, let me click on Jay. I've just clicked on his class. Meanwhile, every and every one of us were supposed to be on this
I
class.
mean, this he's
I
gonna broke
just,
5238,
you
but
can
held
see,
this level.
this class is currently
Yeah, look
ongoing.
at Chelsea Brown.
I just did
Bill.
not check my timing. So it's clashing a bit. So it's clashing with what I'm doing currently. But nevertheless, subsequently, please make sure you join. You can see, even it was the skill shot scanner that we looked at yesterday that he's currently looking at. And guess where he's looking at it? If you look over here on US 30. So classes like this, that's why when people complain and say, oh, I'm not making money, oh, I'm not getting anything, oh, I'm not, being successful here, it begs the question of, are you taking this whole process serious? You can see life and direct, he's online, he's in class, right? So I didn't look at my timing. So I mean, I wouldn't have held this training, right? But what am I? And you can see recorded videos that Jay has done, recorded trainings that he has done as well. So there's so much information for you to learn to become a better forex trader within this space. Other than that, the second thing I also wanted to mention is the actual thing I wanted to mention is the classes over here. So some of us on this call, we only wait for the classes that comes from the app before we join. Today, do you know that Jifu had had 9 classes, 8 classes or 9? Let's count it. Today is Wednesday. There was a class by 8 a.m. There was a class by 3 p.m. There was a class by 2 p.m. There was a class 6 p.m. In fact, the class is still ongoing, which is the class we just checked, the 6 p.m. class. There was a class by 5 p.m. Golden Era, 5 p.m. this evening, 1 hour ago, 2 hours ago. There's a class too ongoing by Brandon Boyd. There was a class by 1 p.m. There was a class by 2 p.m. and there was a class by 3 p.m. Sorry, 5 p.m. as well. Almost how many? Almost 9 classes in total, right? Now on this call now, if I ask each and every one of you, how many of these classes did you join today? Yeah, US Tech is good for small account, Bella. If I ask each and every one of you, how many classes did you join today from what you currently saw? From the 9 classes we just listed, how many classes did you join? Even if your package doesn't support all the classes, the one that your package supports, how many did you join? Look at 9 classes. One is currently ongoing. 9. Some of you don't even know that this timetable exists. Some of you know that this timetable exists, but you don't even pay attention to it. So if I ask you now, how many classes did you join today? Tomorrow now, 8 classes. A lot of you will not join the classes, forgetting that in these classes they do give signals as well. A lot of you will not join the classes. Tomorrow, you will come and say, Jifu is doing this. The coaches are not paying attention. They are not treating me well. You did not join Jifu because of the coaches. These are the reasons you joined. Well, our own is to show you reasons you joined. Your own is to deliberately make efforts. I registered you. I showed you reasons you joined. It is now left for you to deliberately make efforts to succeed with what you paid for. I will not come and spoon feed you to be successful. Success comes with your own deliberate effort. So I'm just really mentioning this because at the end of the day, somebody will still mention, when I joined Jifu, I didn't learn anything. But you will never say when you joined Jifu, you did not join the classes. When I joined Jifu, it did not favor me. But you will never say that the 9 classes held every single day, you did not join anyone. You will never talk about your own side of the story and how what you did not do well. But you always try to paint something bad. So I'm speaking to a lot of you on this call before we just quickly proceed. Please, and I'll cut this part of all these things I'm saying out of the recorded. Right now, I already started recording, so I'll cut it out. Please make sure you use and consistently, immensely use what you paid for, especially here at Jifu. Don't wait to be reminded to use all these things and utilize it to the best of your abilities. Let's look at TrendWave and let's look at setting confirmation on TrendWave. First, let's start with gold. I'm sure that's the one everybody always wants to look at. Let's start with gold. On 1 hour, Sorry, guys. On 1 hour time frame, gold is situating for a buy, right? Gold is looking for a buy. Even me, currently, I am currently on that short buy. I need it to fall down personally. I need it to fall down to 33, 54, 58 areas before reversing. It will continue to buy anyways. Gold will continue to buy, but it needs to sell down a bit more. Like it needs to do that, pull back. Yeah, that's why I'm looking at this 30 minutes time frame, and I'm currently on the buy, right? I don't know what the outcome will eventually be, but I am currently on the buy because I need it to pull down to, maybe this one is a bit too much, but I need it to pull down to, where is my guys? Please just hang on a bit. I need it to pull down to, I need gold to pull down a bit to 33, 54 areas, right? 58 to see, so that it will actually really, let's see. Guys, please hang on with me, please, a bit. Mm. Okay, much better. Okay, so we're looking at gold, right? We're looking at gold on 30 minutes. So as I was saying, I was already in the trade and I needed to pull down a bit to, in fact, I've been in it since last night, right? On 30 minutes, pardon, right? And I just needed to pull down a bit, maybe not too down, but yeah, just pull down a little bit, right? So if I'm to use, I won't use this TP and SL because they are large, they are very, very large. And the reason why I was saying I needed to pull down a bit, let's quickly look at trading view quickly, right? I know we are on trend with the but when you begin to use these things, you need to also be checking on such like tools as well to like enable you to be able to make proper insights sometimes, not all the time, just sometimes, you just want to reconfirm. I'm trying to like tell you guys the reason I'm trying to tell you guys the reason I am considering like that like little pullback thereabouts. Yeah, although he tried to do that last night, I feel like personally, I feel like he needs to get this area somewhere around here. You can see this gap thing here, just a bit of, like downward push, just a little bit. That's what I'm saying, 33, 58 area, not too large, not too large. All right, that's what I'm saying, 33, 58 area. So we're like, you pull down here, clear some of this gap that it probably created there. Although, yeah, the gap is not gapping really, but it's just like a more pull down before going back up. That was just the reason why when TrendWave gave the trade, I was like, yeah, I just needed to like come down a bit, then then continue towards the upside. And it might actually really come down and then like come down properly, which if you look at it this way, it doesn't make sense. But if you look at it this way, it makes much sense. Yes or no, guys? If it actually comes down proper and then goes this way, it makes more sense. If you're looking at it in a structural manner, it makes more sense if this market actually sells this way. This way, it doesn't really give me that good straight. Like the structure is not structuring. That's the English I'm trying to use. So this was the thing I was looking for. You know, this was what I was looking for when I was looking at it when I saw it on TrendWave, and I decided to okay, yeah, I think it makes more sense over here on TrendWave, right? On TrendWave. Then I also like, yeah, I can see here also on 15 minutes, it's still saying the same thing, right? But currently it is struggling because It is struggling. You can see it has been struggling. Like in the last 12 to 16 hours, gold has been literally been consolidated, like struggling to either break down or go up, right? To either break down. We'll look at it on Q short as well. To either break down or go up. Normally, you can see that even on 1 hour, on 15 minutes, on 30 minutes, it has been begging for a drop down, right? It has been begging for a drop down. I mean, on 30 minutes over here, drop. On 1 hour over here, drop. On 15 minutes over here as well, drop. Just me, I already saw this, right? So I wasn't even shocked when I saw that Q short has already given this as a sell as well. Now, but how do we, what are the things too I needed to confirm on Q short that really made me to say, okay, I think maybe there'll just be a bit of a pull down, a bit, right? At the end of the day, buyers can eventually win and sellers can, win as well. I considered First of all, I considered cloud, although there wasn't presence of cloud. So this gold currently is struggling. I'm not going to say it's buying or it's not selling. So when I saw something like this, I was like looking for cloud. And what color of cloud do we check for when we start looking for sales in on TrendWave? Somebody remind me, please. What color of cloud do we look for when we start looking for sales on TrendWave? Right? We start looking for red. And from what you can see on my screen, is there any presence of red over there? See that push up? No, right? There is no presence of red over there from what you can see. So there is no confirmation, right? One of the confirmation that could have helped us to confirm is not confirming, right? And when we're looking for a sell, where is the red supposed to be? When we're looking for sell, where is the red supposed to be? When we begin to look for sell, where is the red supposed to be? The red is supposed to be above the candlesticks, pushing the candlesticks down, right? The red is supposed to be above the candlesticks, pushing the candlesticks down. But currently, there is absence of the red, right? Currently, the red is not even in existence anymore, right? So that confirmation that would have, really tell us to actually just buy, really just tell us to actually just buy, sorry, tell us to sell on gold is not telling us anymore. Like it literally disappeared. So that confirmation is out of the way. Another thing too that we check is the light green emerald line, which is the EMA line, the light green emerald line over here. For a sell, where is this light green line supposed to be? I hope we all can see the light green line. For a cell, where is the light green line that my arrow is pointing at supposed to be at? It's supposed to be above, pushing the candlesticks down. That light green line is supposed to be above or on top of the candlesticks, pushing that candlestick down. But currently on gold, where is the light green line? Currently, the light green line is in between the candlesticks. And when we say something is in between the candlestick, what do we say the market is doing? When we say something is in between the candlesticks, what do we say the market is doing? We say that the market is ranging. We say that the market is consolidating. That type of market, what is it considered? We say that that market is indecisive. That market is not sure. That market is struggling. So that is the thing too, about trend wave. Some of us now, assuming we are not hosting this class, some of us would have come to trend wave. Oh, trend wave is selling, he's selling, trend wave is giving a sell, we jump in. We don't consider all these things one after the other. Oh, Trinity gave a sell. Let me just enter the sell. We jump in. These are the things you need to look out for before you enter trend wave, before you use trend wave. And this things doesn't take you any minute. That's why you see sometimes someone will say, oh, I'm losing money on the trend wave scanner because they don't know this. They are not studying this. They don't study this. They don't join trainings. How many are we on this score? We are 148. How many are we inside the group? 900 people. Tomorrow now, somebody will say, trend wave is making me lose money. All right. So these are the things we are supposed to look at. That line now, that EMA line is in between the candlesticks. So at this point, the market is indecisive. Yes, trend wave is giving us a sell, but please wait for your confirmation. Wait for this line to be above the candlesticks. Wait for there to be a red cloud before you enter for this sell. Another thing we want to consider as well is the presence of histogram, red histogram, right? The presence of what? Of red histogram, right? That's another thing we should consider. But looking at it currently, this the the availability of a red histogram over here is just forming. If you look over here, you will notice that the histogram is just forming, like meaning there is no strength. There is no strength. Seller strength in this market is the volume. Another word you can call histogram is volume, meaning the volume of sellers in this market. Yes, yes, TrendWave is telling us to sell, but looking at this histogram over here, the volume of seller is low. Yes, TrendWave is telling us to sell, but you can see here that the volume of sellers is pretty much low because there's literally just one histogram over here. So the volume of sellers is low. So in this type of market, again, reasons why you shouldn't enter. If there was a good 2 to 4 volume of red here, of red histogram, why not? And not just 3 to 2 volume. Even this one that is currently forming is not as deep as the previous one. Look at it, just currently, just literally a tiny bar over there, right? So it's not really forming as deep as it should. So there is just, it's just this thing is just telling you, oh, histogram is like the seller's volume is just not voluming, all right? So there's no confirmation again. Another thing we look at is RSI. We say that when the RSI is on the 30% benchmark of green tick line, the market is to buy. We say that the RSI on the 30% benchmark on the green tick line, the market is to buy. We say that when the RSI is at this 70% benchmark, the market is to sell. Abi, the market is to sell. When it is on the 60%, the market is to do what? When it's on the 30%, the market is to buy. When it's on the 70% red line, the market is to sell. When it is on the 30% green line, we say the RSI and the market, we buy, right? We say that the RSI and the market, we buy. When it is on the 70% red line, we say that when this line, this red and green line, reaches the 70% red line, we say that the market will sell. When this red and green line reaches the 30% green line, we say that the market will buy. When this red and green line touches the 70% red line, if you don't understand, write it so you remember. If you don't understand, that's why you should come for training with book and pen so that you will not forget the wordings I'm saying. What of when it is in between? We say that the market has reached the 250%. We say that the market is in between. When it's in between, basically, we say that the market has reached the range of 250. Like the market is in between half and half. It's just like saying up and down, like your ceiling and your floor. And then something hangs in between. So it's like, it's called the 250% ranging something. So I don't want to go deep, but when it's in between, that means the market is literally in the middle of nowhere also, right? It's literally in the middle of nowhere. Orkman, if I pronounce your name well, please. Just please, next time, just say you can't see the RSI. Can every other person see the RSI with the explanation? I was like literally my cursor was touching everything I was explaining. Can we all see it? I'll repeat it, but can we all see it? You are not seeing my cursor explaining, touching literally like my cursor is running round and round within the RSI area. Can we all see it? Okay, I'm happy some of, if not all of us can see it. Okay. Sharon, you can't see where my arrow is literally circling. You can't see it. You are not seeing where my arrow is literally turning round and round and round and round. You can't see it. Yes, the RSI is this entire thing. Whether the red, whether the green, whether the line, the RSI is the entire thing. Yeah, I know you can see it. Just next time before you say you can't see something, look well. All right. So the RSI is whether this thick red line, thick green line, slim red line, slim green line, everything here is the RSI. This whole, let me circle it. Let me brush on it actually. This whole thing here is the RSI. Everything here is RSI. So whether red line, whether thick line, everything, this is all these things here is RSI. Can we all see it now? Can you see it? Let me not use all self. Can you see it? Did we all see where the RSI is? Should I move forward with the explanation? Okay. I'm happy we all can see it. Okay. So yeah. So we say that when the market, can you all see my white line? Can we all see my white line? We say that when the market buys and sells and reaches here, when it reaches this green line, the market is expected this green 30% line. If you can't remember what I'm saying, just write it. Have a trading journal. Write. When you have a trading journal, you will not forget things, but you don't just write. When the market reaches this thick green line over here, which is the 30% line of RSI, when market reaches the thick green line over here, which is the 30% line of RSI, we say that the market will buy. When the market reaches this red thick line over here, which is the 70% red line of RSI, which is the 70% red line of RSI, we say that the market will sell. All right? Did we all get it now? Did you get it? So you're not answering the question. How did you calculate the percentage? Which percentage, please? Is it the RSI percentage? Is that what you're asking me? The 30% and the 70%? Was that the question? Oh, I did not calculate it. That's the rule. That's the way it is. That's the way it is. That's the law. That's the way it is. That green line is called 30%. The red line is the 70. That's the way it came about in the world for traders in the world. So it's not me that did the calculation. All right. So that's the way it just came about. Good. Okay, so uh okay. So now, right? Now you can see what did you all see what happened over here while I was talking? Did you all see what happened over here while I was talking? Did you see what happened over here while I was talking? This candle that I thought that we all thought we were going to sell because TrendWave is giving us sell actually turned green at some point, then turned gray. Right? You can see how this market is just being very deceitful. Some people would have said, okay, it's not more selling again. Let me just quickly enter a buy. Right? It's not more selling again. Let me quickly enter a buy. So this type of trade, as I said, this is why you have to be very careful with TrendWave. And also when you want to enter a trade, you have to check all these things proper, proper, proper. What does the green candle mean? It's okay, the gray. This gray histogram means indecisiveness as well. Right? That means it is neither red. That means it is neither red nor green. Yeah, please hang on. Guys, please hang on. Guys, please hang on.
So cold. You wish you would let me mute this thing.
Okay, guys. So I'm sorry, I'm back. Uh, yes. Up, guys. Please hang on. I'm so sorry. Okay, guys. So I'm back. Sorry, breaking transmission. So, where were we when we were on RSI? I don't know how I'm going to cut out this part of me taking time on the recording, right? So, um, we're on RSI, right? And we say in order for the market, in order for us to confirm a sell on RSI, right? We have to do all the you can see, look at this drop. Look at this drop. All of a sudden, that gray candlestick that was here, all of a sudden has disappeared now, right? Look at this drop, right? In order to confirm a sell on RSI, this market has to buy all the way to the 70% area. If this sell that TrendWave is giving is going to sell, RSI should buy all the way to the 70% area and begin. Once he buy there, then it begins to drop down. Once it gets to the 70% area, it should begin to drop down, signifying that market will significantly sell. What did I say? If this sell that TrendWave is giving us is supposed to sell, RSI currently, this red and green line, light line that you are seeing within this RSI channel, this red and green, this light red and green. Hope we can we all see the light red and green before I proceed? Can we all see the light red and green before we proceed? Good. This light red and green should come to the 70% area and then drop down. That drop meaning it is selling down. But in the case if the market is supposed to buy, this light red and green area should come to the 30% green line and do what? And buy back. Right? But currently, can you all tell me the state of the light red and green? Can you all tell me the state of the light red and green? Please mute the two. Please touch the two 70% area. Okay. I will touch it. Can you all tell me the state of the light red and green? It is in between. It is not stable. It is indecisive. It is consolidating. It is in between. It is selling. Yes, it is selling. But when I opened this Zoom earlier, normally this is what normally it is selling. And don't forget that it has not finished selling. That's why I said, remember when I opened this Zoom, I said, I am expecting gold to sell, but not to sell deeply. Who remembered, right? I'm expecting gold to sell, but not to sell deeply. This is because, yes, it is selling, no, but it has not actually finished selling. It's like the sell that we're going to take on gold is just going to be a very short sell. The sell we're going to take on gold is just going to be just the last lap of the sell, right? But apart from that, because of the indecisive of gold currently, you will notice that RSI, instead of it to continue to sell down so that gold will sell, RSI reversed a bit. That is this reversal over here. And this reversal is funny because it's literally trying to reverse in the middle of nowhere, which is what you can see what happened here. So we are selling, we are selling, we are selling, we are selling. You suppose can't touch here very well, but it started to reverse back a bit, We are selling, we are reverse, not reverse back. They're two the same, they're the same thing. Supposed to be selling, 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 then it's supposed to reverse, but I mean, supposed to touch here first before reversing, but it did not do so, right? Here, so this is the proper thing RSI is supposed to be doing properly, right? Sell and touch, then buy back, right? Sell and touch, then buy back, then sell, right? That's the proper thing. But that's the thing, because this market currently is very indecisive. RSI is not operating properly as well, right? So anything can happen. This market could literally just buy from where it is currently and go back. But it's supposed to touch here first before going back, which is supposed to sell a bit more before going, at least sell to 35.56 TP1 at least. That's all me I'm waiting. I'm currently in the trade, so that's what me I'm waiting for. All right, so just sell a bit more before pushing back. But currently it is not doing so. All right, so currently it is just in the middle of trying to reverse to the upside. So, right. So these are the things you look out for when we want to, you know. My cell my cell my cell my cell my cell spirit is still really selling. It's still really into the cell thingy. I don't know. I just have this this kind of feeling that it's just still going to just fall down. Please, must the two tiny red lines touch the 70% together? If one touches, um, if one touches, yeah, it mustn't touch it together. Really, mustn't really touch it together. I don't know anything about RSI. Well, I just explained it. You don't really know anything. Maybe you are just joining or something. So let's look at other currency pair. Let's leave gold. Also, you can enter for the sell, but you have to be very careful. Although I've already clearly warned on this call about about what could eventually happen because of, yes, it is telling us to sell. Like, we literally looked at all the confirmation and nothing was confirming. Yes or no? We literally look for how do we see the signal to copy and paste to uh, uh, what is this then? And please, how do I please get me do how do I like how do I not we not we, right? Every other person is literally saying it though. So please, how do I how do I not we. And how do we see the signal? This is I don't know what else this is. If this is not the signal, like, Abi, what is this? I'm confused on the question. But what is this? Can you see it now? Can you see the signal? Are you seeing it? Are you seeing it? You're asking how to see the signal to copy it. I hope you are seeing. Oh, I hope you are seeing it. Some of us just ask funny questions, and when you ask the question, I'm like, anyway, like you like, oh my God. No, this trade hits. This is the first time I'm actually really seeing, like in a long time, seeing TRENDWAVE hit SL badly. Wow, like in a long time, really. Ooh, this trade is looking sharp. In fact, when I looked at it, this US 30 is actually really looking sharp because when I looked at it over here just now, let's confirm US 30 and see if we can quickly enter that. When I looked at it just now, in trading, what is this called? For those of you that are a bit advanced, first let me map it out first, then I'll ask the question. For those of us that are a bit advanced-ish, ooh, 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 cool. In trading, what do we call this? Pra, pra, pra. What do we call it? Support? No, not the support. What I just, that blue line I just drew. Yeah, thank you, Daniel. We call it break and retest. The market breaks out, the market retest, and the market falls down to touch a previous low. This market actually broke out. It broke out of these zones. Market came here, reversed. Market came here, reversed. Market dropped here, went back up. Market dropped here for the fourth time and decided not to go back up. It broke out of it. Now, market is trying to reverse, retest. And when this happens, markets will not now have the strength to go back up. Most 90% of the time, it will just continue to fall down. And this is nice because if you look at it now, again, on a 5 minutes time frame, you will notice that it is retesting, meaning it is retesting to touch back the entry and then fall down back. This is a beautiful trade. Let's now look at the confirmation before we enter this sell on US 30 quickly. I don't know. Did that make sense? I don't know. I mean, I feel like in my head it makes so much sense. Like this break and retesting I just saw in 5 minutes and 30 minutes, like it's giving Agba trader, Agba analyst. See the way my brain just spotted it immediately. Pam pam pam, like very quickly. That will always confirm the RSI. Yeah, I mean, it's good to yes, of course, always confirm everything, you know. So let's quickly look at your I did, but it's a bit complicated. Well, so guys, some of the things that you might be doing. How do I learn? I thank God they didn't say we. How do I learn that? Learn what in particular? And also, this class will end in 5 minutes. So, okay, so me, I'm advocating for a sell on this trade. So, what are the things you should look out for to analyze just like me? If you want to analyze just like me, did you see when I mentioned, or did you see when we showed all those classes that Jifu had hosted today? Did you see when I showed all those classes that Jifu hosted today? You saw it, Abi. Did you see it? Bella, good. You saw it, Abi, good. When I started trading Forex 3 years ago, and 2 years ago in particular, I did not joke with my classes. I did not when I joined the academy 2, 3 years ago, I did not just come to the academy to copy and paste signals. I wanted to learn it by myself. And I joined classes, training, everything. I practiced day and night. So if you want to get to me, be doing that. Only copying and pasting signal will not make you a good trader. Okay, so confirmation for this sell. If we can get at least 3 confirmations, then we are good. First of all, there is a red cloud. First of all, there is a red cloud, so I'm okay. There's a red cloud, and the red cloud is where? There's a red cloud, and the red cloud is where? Above the candlesticks, right? There is red cloud, and the red cloud is above the candlesticks. Also, you can see a heavy presence of red candles as well. Also, you can see that's another my own confirmation. Also, you can see a heavy presence of red candle. I mean, over since here, you can see this Heavy presence of red candle over here. Secondly, where is our line? Where is our line? Our EMA light line is above the candlestick, meaning push down, push me down, push me, push me. In fact, let me go. This has not touched the entry, so let's just wait for it to touch the entry. Should I wait a bit? Make I just enter now. No, 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 it's good to wait. That entry looks foul. No, 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 let me not do rush, rush. I have to be patient trader. A patient trader eats the fattest bone. But by the way, what type of entry is this? What type of order 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 is this? Good. This is a sell limit. This is a sell limit because the market is coming from under to touch the entry. So this is a sell limit. The market is coming from under to touch the entry to sell down. So this is a sell limit, right? Guys, keep an eye. Keep an eye. It's very soon to head to the entry. But please remember to leverage well. Remember to leverage well. Sometimes what we think the market will do, market might not end up doing it. So always leverage well, right? It hasn't left the entry. It hasn't left the entry because it is retesting now. I think it's about to touch. It's about to touch that entry. It's about to touch the entry. Because when I see like that, I just think that left. No, it has not left. This is a sell limit. Okay, I think it is about to touch the. Well, guys, this is a sell limit. To please leverage well, oh. Don't over leverage, oh. This might not end up going in our way, oh. We'll cast and bind, oh. We cast and bind. Oh my God. Yeah, you can take, but just leverage well. Very important. Very important to leverage well. For some reason, I just feel like it might end up going in our favor. So very important. Leverage well. Don't go and over leverage. Don't go and be using 1 million lot size. So this is not the time. Just which one is invalid volume? Okay, it's market execution now. If you see my baby, you go. You go. Okay, hope that ends up going well for us. I should check the Q short pair. Well, guys, my time for this class is over, so I guess we'll continue later. All right, but let's quickly just confirm. So, presence of red cloud, our our line is above. If you look at the histogram, heavy presence of red histogram. The RSI, on the other hand, is on a reversal mode. The RSI, on the other hand, is on a reversal mode, like it's trying to buy up. So at least we have 3-1. Red cloud, line above candlestick, heavy histogram 3. But the RSI, on the other hand, is trying to buy back. It's trying to buy back, right? So this is not confirming for that sell. This is not confirming for that sell because remember, as I said, RSI needs to RSI needs to touch. Sorry, RSI needs to touch. RSI needs to touch the 70% area and then drop back for a confirmation on sell. But in the case where RSI is on the 30% and is going back up, then that's a buy, right? If RSI was confirming a sell with us, right? If RSI was confirming a sell with us, it would have been on the 70% benchmark and it would have sold down. But currently RSI is under and it is buying up. So, but this is 3-1 confirmation. So I will still, enter it. It's better to wait for the RSI. RSI is 70% accurate, by the way, as well. So RSI might be saying this, and this market will eventually later just sell, right? And still sell, right? Now, guys, all this confirmation, let me now mention what I want to mention. All this confirmation at the end of the day are 70% accurate. So sometimes, yes, confirmation is good, it will help you confirm, but these confirmations are not 100% accurate. So you must be very careful as well, right? Okay, so we should look at, before I go, please, is it a sell stop? That's sad. That is sad. That's sad. That's sad. Like that question is sad, really. Because like we literally just talked about everything there. All right, we literally just talked about everything there. So let's look at it on a Q shots manner, on a 5 minutes time frame. On the volume, on the trend, sorry, on the trend table, 1 minute sell, 5 minutes sell, daily sell, 1 hour sell. So that's 15 minutes buy, 30 minutes buy, 4 hour buy, and 30 minutes buy. So that's 4 against 4. All right, that's 4 against 4. For a sell on Q short, the red line has to from above cross the blue line for a sell on Q short. Okay, so that's a good confirmation. The histogram over here on Q short is red, although the market currently is literally at the point of control area. This US 30 current is a bit tricky, and maybe because this is on a 5 minutes time frame, but I'm still very much confident. I mean, because of this red line from above on Q short, too, red line from above crossing the blue line from on top, right? And also because of that retests, that whole retesting, it might end up not favoring us, but let's just be optimistic because it's really climbing. And then on this table, it has literally changed to 3 to 5 now. Actually, it has literally changed to 3 to 5. But I'm still very much optimistic, really. You know, still very much optimistic. But at the end of the day, if it doesn't go well, then that so be it. All right, but I just hope every and every one of you leveraged well. It is currently on the point of control line, right? It's currently on the point of control line, so anything can still happen. Could you be on MT5? Sell limit working, but sell stop is you can enter market execution, instant market execution. All right, guys. I hope we all got knowledge on this call. I really have to because I have a meeting in 1 hour, but I hope we all got knowledge and we all got information this evening that we can apply while when we look at TRENDWAVE subsequently, right? When we look at TRENDWAVE, let me stop recording. All right, when we look at TRENDWAVE subsequently, I hope we all got some sort of information, right, that we can always use when we look at TRENDWAVE subsequently, right? So thank you so much for joining, guys, for joining. When the video of this particular TRENDWAVE training is out, then we will record it. Let's look at RS. Let me see if RSI is over. I'll send it, but that's what I wanted to say. When the video of this training is out, then I'll record. I will send it to the group so that you can watch and you can get very much acquainted. Uh, Intermediate videos. Excuse me. Head and shoulder, channel pattern, double top, wedge symmetrical line, ascending and descending, pennant, flag pattern, cup pattern, rounded pattern, diamond chart pattern. Okay, it's not here. I know, Jifu. I know. Yeah, once it's out, I'll send it to you. Don't worry. Momentum, break and retest, introduction to Fibonacci, introduction to Fibonacci strategy, pin bar. They need to update more of these to put things like RSI on it. But yeah, I have a video on RSI by the way. So just in case, I'll still post it in the group. I've done on my YouTube. I have a video of RSI, so I'll post it just in case. Okay, guys, thank you. It was really nice having you guys on this call. If you are on the US 30 trade that we took in terms of sniper taking, yeah, I pray it goes eventually goes well for if you entered already. Me, I'm currently in it, so I just want to trust my guts. But I'm not a fan of 5 minutes, by the way, but I just want to trust my guts. So I can't find US 30 on my MT4. It depends on the broker that you're using. On XM, it is US 30 cash. On some broker, it is DJI USD, and so on and so forth. So go and Google it. On XM, what is US 30? DJ 30, yeah. These are things you immediately you are Googling, you are checking. Bye, guys.